Satoru Gojo. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, only one is the strongest, with Satoru Gojo being the strongest sorcerer in history, as his birth alone shifted the balance of the entire world. With Gojo fighting against monsters, cursed spirits, and even the devil himself, his power seems to be, well, limitless. With Gojo completely embarrassing Jogo, who is the strongest of the disaster curses, with Jogo scaling above special great curses like Dagon, who can create literal islands with his domain expansion. And all of the disaster curses are ready to run from Gojo's presence alone, with their plan to bring about the Age of Cursed Spirits being to seal away Satoru Gojo and grant Ryomen Sukuna his full strength, implying that they thought that if every curse in existence joined forces with a 20-finger Sukuna, they would still lose to Gojo, who isn't sealed. Even sorcerers like Yuki Tsukuma, who can create black holes that are stated to be capable of destroying the entire world, is still looked down upon by Gojo. But Gojo's strength isn't truly what makes him terrifying. It's the fact that no attack that an opponent throws at him will ever touch him because of his ability. In Jump Giga Summer, a lecture was given between two special grade mathematicians and the JJK editor, Mr. Takano. They theorized on how Gojo's ability works using in real life math and science, with them coming to the conclusion that Gojo creates an infinite space between him and his opponent. He rapidly slows down the movements of his opponent, and as a result, they can never touch his body, which is later explained as using the same concept from the Achilles and the tortoise paradox, which Gojo even references in the manga. The paradox proposed by an ancient Greek philosopher named Zeno proposes that if Achilles raced a tortoise given a head start, he would never reach it, due to there being an infinite amount of halfway points between him and the tortoise. Since each time Achilles would reach the halfway point between him and the tortoise, there would always be another halfway point in between that, and another between that, all the way into the reachless heights of infinity, which in reality would make motion impossible, as you would never reach point B from point A. However, this is not the case for Gojo, as from his ability, things such as neutral negative numbers and impossible situations like -1 apples are born, meaning Gojo's ability can make impossible things possible, meaning Zeno's paradox is real and lives with inside Gojo's ability, meaning in the same way that you would need to take an infinite amount of steps to reach the tortoise, you would need an infinite amount of steps to reach Gojo, with his ability of limitless giving birth to techniques that he uses against his opponents. As when Gojo encounters the sorcerer killer Toji, he uses his technique of blue, which is bringing the concept of negative space into existence. When he does this, the surrounding area tries to fill up the negative space, creating an immense force of attraction that can make bodies implode and even amplify his stats. However, Toji prepared for this and was able to catch Gojo while he was fatigued, and was able to kill the strongest. However, at the brink of death, Gojo was able to use a new ability. Gojo was able to return from the dead by using the reverse curse technique. This is a special type of curse technique that takes cursed energy and reverses it into positive energy, allowing Gojo to heal himself from death. And as Gojo and Toji fight, Gojo is able to use a curse technique that he's never been able to use until now. With Gojo channeling reverse cursed energy, produces a new color, red. Being twice the cursed energy of blue, this creates a repel effect that can send someone like Toji, who can defeat special grade sorcerers, flying. And now for the best of both worlds. Combining both infinities together, red and blue, creates an imaginary mass, an imaginary technique, hollow purple. This technique that combines the infinities of red and blue erases whatever's in his way out of existence, with this technique being argued to move faster than light, going off the theory of tachyons. Tachyons being particles made of imaginary mass that move beyond the speed of light, with hollow purple functioning similarly. But the greatest technique within Gojo's arsenal is his domain expansion. A domain expansion is the most supreme technique of any Jujutsu user. It is achieved by expanding one's innate domain with cursed energy while using a barrier to construct it inside a separate space, with these domain expansions being a guaranteed hit on your opponent, meaning getting caught in one of these is an instant defeat. However, it's not completely over, as when Gojo was fighting against the strongest disaster curse, Jogo used his domain expansion on Gojo, and this allowed his attacks to bypass Gojo's infinity, meaning he can kill Gojo. However, Gojo explains that the only way to escape a domain expansion is to lay out your own. Yoichi Tenkai. Infinite Void. Gojo's domain expansion, Infinite Void, presents the target with limitless information, compelling them to see and feel all the information of the universe all at once, causing a state of paralysis as you slowly die. Gojo's eyes, besides being absolutely gorgeous, allow Gojo to see cursed energy from all others on an extremely detailed level, as he could see the soul of Sukuna inside Yuji's body by looking at him only once. Additionally, his eyes allow him to have infinite use of his curse technique, which is why he decides to wear the blindfold. With characters like Naobito being rumored to be the fastest sorcerer, this includes everyone except for Gojo. With Gojo later taking on the King of Curses to see who truly is the strongest in all of history. Sukuna possessing Megami's body and has 19 fingers, and using Megami's 10 shadows. With this treasure he summons Mahoraga. Mahoraga is a Shikigami that has the ability to adapt to his opponent's curse techniques, and in this case, Gojo's infinity. With Gojo and Sukuna fighting and Gojo releasing all of his strength, using a 200% hollow purple, and clashing domains with the King of Curses in the golden age of Jujutsu. With Gojo putting hands on Sukuna like I've never seen before, with Sukuna knowing that the only way for him to be able to beat Gojo is have Mahoraga adapt to his abilities. With Gojo taking on a 3v1 with a single arm, Gojo needs to defeat Sukuna before Mahoraga can adapt. Gojo uses red and shoots it at Sukuna, with Sukuna smiling, getting ready to attack Gojo again, but that's when Red whips around the wall and slams into Sukuna's back, leaving him wide open. No sorcerer in history can perform this at will, but he just needs to do it once. Black Flash. Gojo hits the King of Curses with a Black Flash, and this is enough to put his lights out. Black Flash is a distortion in space that occurs when cursed energy is applied within a trillionth of a second. When a sorcerer is able to achieve this, their cursed energy flashes black. The destructive power of their strike is equal to a normal hit to the power of 2.5. Black Flash even heightens the senses of the user for a period of time afterwards, or essentially, Gojo's in the zone. Overall, Satoru Gojo would scale to planetary with hypersonic speed. In the end, Gojo has come a long way since being born with the strongest abilities in history, because this sorcerer is like no other. So I guess it's true. Throughout heaven and earth, he alone is the honored one. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And make sure you guys go follow the TikTok and join the Discord server. All the links for those will be in the description. And tell me in the comments, who is your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character and which Jujutsu Kaisen character should I do next? I've been seeing a lot of people saying that Satoru Gojo is the strongest. Is that right? You could be right. You're so right!